हरे कृष्ण ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in story form, chapter 138. Lord Krishna instructs Vasudeva and retrieves Devaki's sons. Canto 10. It was the custom for Krishna and Balarama to come every day and offer their respects to Vasudeva and his wives. Vasudeva had on many occasions experienced that Krishna and Balarama were not ordinary persons. Then, when he listened to the talks of the sages at Kurukshetra, Vasudeva became even more convinced of this. One day, as Krishna and Balarama stood before him, Vasudeva said, "O Krishna, best of yogis, O Balarama, I know that you two lords are the source of this material creation and its ingredients as well. You have created this variegated universe and then entered into it as the Paramatma to maintain it. Although in this world there appears to be diverse forces in action, it is you who have set all these in motion. The glow of the moon, the brilliance of fire, the radiance of the sun, the twinkling of the stars, the flashing of light, and the aroma of the earth and its sustaining power. These are actually you, your water, its taste, and its capacity to quench thirst and sustain life. You are the directions and their accommodating capacity, and you are the all pervading ether and the eternal elemental sound residing within it, and the unmanifest form of sound as well, its outward expression as speech. You are the power of the senses to reveal their objects, as well as the senses presiding demigods and their sanction for sensual activity. You are the capacity of intelligence for decision making and the living being's ability to remember. You are the one indestructible entity among all the destructible things of this world. Just like the underlying substance that is seen to remain unchanged while the things made from it undergo transformations. They are truly ignorant who, while imprisoned within this world, fail to know you as their ultimate destination. Because of their ignorance, such souls are forced to wander in the cycle of birth and death. By good fortune, one may get the human form of life, an opportunity rarely achieved. But if he nonetheless remains deluded about what is actually best for him, then his valuable life is wasted. You keep the whole world bound up by ropes of affection, so that when people consider the body, they think, "This is me," and when they consider their children and other relations, they think, "These are mine." You are not our sons, but the very lords of this world and its creator, Mahavishnu. As you yourself told us, you have descended just to rid the earth of her heavy burden. Therefore, O friend of the distressed, I now approach your lotus feet for shelter. Enough with hankering for sense enjoyment, which makes me identify with this mortal body and think of you as my son. While listening to Vasudeva, Krishna and Balarama smiled. Krishna then replied in a gentle voice, "My dear father, whatever you may say, we are after all your sons." Actually, Vasudeva was in the perfectional stage by considering Krishna and Balarama as his sons. But because the sages had spoken of Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva was now absorbed in such thoughts. Krishna did not want such philosophical understanding to detract from his relationship with Vasudeva as father and son. But still, since Vasudeva was in a philosophical mood, Krishna further enlightened him by describing the vision of a Mahabhagavatam. Such a perfectly liberated devotee sees all living entities, moving and non moving, from the most elevated to the most simple, as qualitatively one with the Supreme Soul, who has manifested himself in an unlimited variety of forms. Of course, such manifestations are qualitatively non different from their source, the Supreme Lord, but qualitatively they are very minuscule. After hearing Krishna's talks, Vasudeva felt satisfied at heart and he remained silent. Devaki was sitting by her husband's side, and while remembering how Kṛṣṇa had killed her newborn sons, he became aggrieved so that tears came to her eyes. Devaki then said, O Rama, O Krishna, I know that you are the ultimate rulers of the universal creators. Being born from me, you have descended to this world for the purpose of killing those kings who defy the authority of Shastra and thus overburden the earth. Now I am taking shelter of you. I had heard how previously you had brought back from the abode of Yamraja, the dead son of your teacher, as a token of remuneration. Please fulfill my desire in the same way, O Supreme Master of Yoga. Please bring back my sons that were killed by the king of Bhoja, so that I may see them once again. Being thus entreated, Krishna and Balrama called for the assistance of Yogamaya and then set out at once for the planet Sutala, which had been given to Bali Maharaja by Lord Deva. Bali Maharaja was overjoyed at the arrival of the two lords. He stood up along with his associates and then bowed down at their lotus feet to offer obeisances. Bali Maharaja offered Krishna and Balrama nice seats, and after washing their lotus feet, he took the water and sprinkled it on his head. Bali Maharaja then worshipped Krishna and Balrama with whatever wealth he had at his disposal, giving them clothing, ornaments, and nice food. Bali felt such transcendental happiness that he repeatedly took the lotus feet of the two lords and placed them upon his chest and head while tears flowed from his eyes. Then, with a faltering voice, Bali Maharaja offered his prayers as follows. I offer my obeisances unto Lord Ananta and to Lord Krishna. Seeing you is a very rare achievement indeed. But when you reveal yourself by your own sweet will, one can see you very easily. There were many demons in the lowest modes of nature that ultimately become attracted to you by being absorbed in feelings of animosity. But the demigods and others, being infatuated by the mode of goodness, feel no such attraction for you. Please be merciful to me, so that I can get out of the blind well of family life and take shelter at your lotus feet. After this, I hope to be able to wander freely over the earth as a Paramahamsa, either alone or in the company of saintly devotees, simply depending upon you and accepting what is obtained without endeavor. Tell me what I must do now to get freed from all sin. One who executes your orders is no longer obliged to follow the ordinary path of Vedic rituals. The Supreme Lord said, during the Swambhuva Manantwara, the sage Marichi had 6 sons by his wife Urna. Urna. Then once Lord Brahma became impelled by sex desire and chased his own daughter, being captivated by her beauty. These demigod sons of Marichi looked upon Lord Brahma with abhorrence, and because of this offense, they first were born as the sons of Hiranyakashipu. Thereafter, they were born as the sons of Devakī and killed by Kṛṣṇa just after birth. O king, These same sons of Marichi are now living with you. Devaki is very aggrieved at having lost her sons, and now she is very anxious to see them. We wish to take them with us to dispel their mother's sorrow, and after doing so, they will be reinstated in their original position as demigods. After being worshipped by Bali Maharaja, Krishna and Balarama took the six sons of Devaki back to Dwarka and presented them as babies to their mother. When she saw her lost children, Devaki felt such great affection that milk flowed from her breasts. Devaki took the babies on her lap and fed them to her full satisfaction, and while smelling their heads again and again, she felt that she had gotten back her lost children. Because Krishna had sucked Devaki's milk, it was transcendental nectar. It was transcendental nectar. When the babies drank Devaki's milk, they immediately became self-realized and offered their obeisances to Krishna, Balarama, and their parents. They were then transferred to the heavenly planets, and upon seeing this, Devaki was struck with wonder. She could only adjust these events in her mind by considering that for Krishna, who has inconceivable potencies, anything wonderful can be performed. Hare Krishna.